The train of horror gaming doesn't stop at any point, and gladly for us, it keeps going faster over time. In a previous video I made, I talked about some forgotten horror games that need some light because the gaming library these days is empty when it comes to good new games. However, things are apparently getting better, and the next month might be the source of light that we have been waiting for since probably February. Great sequels to popular franchises are expected to be released in June, and there are also a few incredible-looking games coming in both June and July that I think deserve to be mentioned, because I really believe they might be those hidden masterpieces that we usually overlook. That's why in today's video, I'm going to showcase 7 interesting and amazing horror games that are going to be released in the next 2 months, June and July. These games are very diverse and have completely different stories, themes, and mechanics, but the common thing about them is that they all seem to be promising us a memorable and enjoyable experience. So without further ado, let's start.
Everywhere, Ryan. They're trying to get inside my house.
Several animals have already disappeared.
Don't ever tell anything to the police.
Henry, is someone in your room?
Ryan, are you there?
Oh, what does she have on her head?
You don't think that they,
What?
probe us when we become abducted?
I don't know, man. Trying not to think about that right now.
Shit! Listen, Ryan, you have to get as much tinfoil as you can.
The government knows it.
In addition, you can sleep better at night if you remember that a neighbor is patrolling outside.
Good luck, Ryan. I'm waiting for you.
After a long time of waiting, we will finally have a horror game about aliens that really looks promising. If you're looking for an immersive, story-driven survival horror game that revolves around a classic alien invasion, then the Grey Hill Incident game is just what you need.
I want to file a complaint. I'll call the police in a few minutes.
Taking place in the early 90s, you will take on the role of Ryan Baker, a normal guy armed with a trusty baseball bat and some bullets in his revolver, as he embarks on an atmospheric journey across the Grey Hill neighborhood, which was invaded by UFOs and gray aliens that are not peaceful at all. Grey Hill had always been a quiet and peaceful neighborhood, but the recent rise in paranormal activities had left its residents scared and paranoid. Nobody knew what was happening or why, but the eerie silence that hung over the town was enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. And as the days went by, things only got worse, and the residents grew increasingly suspicious of the government's involvement, which is actually true because the media was lying all the time about weather balloons and refusing any idea about UFOs. This led the residents of Grey Hill to remain silent about any weird events they saw because they were afraid that they would be called insane and taken to a psychiatric hospital.
We founded our neighborhood watch for such cases. I don't want to see a policeman in Grey Hill.
I just wanted to check if everything is okay with you.
Brandon, I want this to stop. The whole thing has been going on for several weeks.
You will need to investigate houses and barns as you work your way through the village, and you'll also find ammunition that can help you defend yourself while you search for clues that reveal the secret behind the aliens' invasion of Earth.
Come back. I've already started to board up your place. This will save us tonight. But Ryan, we have a...
So for all the alien enthusiasts out there, you better prepare your mouse, keyboard, or controller on June 9th because we obviously have an invasion to deal with and aliens to stop, or at least will die trying.
Ryan, is everything all right?
I don't think so. Bob, what's happening?
Undead Citadel is a VR game that offers an immersive adventure where you'll face hundreds of undead foes in epic battle and have the freedom to choose your preferred combat style. whether it's slashing, stabbing, crushing, shooting, or even dismembering. The game takes place in a cursed citadel as you make your way deeper into its depths, and the combat system is entirely founded on physics, granting the player full control through one-to-one movement tracking, and the response time is almost instantaneous, ensuring that your every move is seamlessly translated to the virtual battlefield. With realistic physics simulations, striking, thrusting, and destabilizing your opponents will feel completely natural and immersive. There are more than 60 hand-to-hand combat weapons such as two-handed weapons, warhammers, maces, shields, and swords. Ranged weapons include dynamite, bows, and arrows, and each kind of weapon has unique qualities that you will need to utilize logically. You can also find and employ slow motion, strength, or freezing potions to modify your power and wipe out the living dead, but you need to consider the strength and durability qualities of each to pick which one to maintain. The world in this game is genuinely amazing, with over 10 different levels where you need to discover the truth about the plague's origins by searching for several items and solving unique puzzles all over the place. So if you're a horror and action fan who owns a VR headset and is searching for a reason to use it, then you better be ready on June 8th because Undead Citadel will probably provide you with the fun you are missing.
Weapon!
Jacob, 4 hours ago, a cult opened a portal above Edwards Island.
Riley, yes, but are we really the ones to do something about it?
Have you seen anyone else around? We've been all over. We've seen different timelines, gone back to the past. We're alone. There is no one else.
Riley, seriously, Riley!
Get ready for a mind-bending experience with Oxenfree 2 Lost Simatives, the highly anticipated sequel to the critically acclaimed narrative adventure game Oxenfree. You can play it as a standalone story or dive deeper into the world of Oxenfree by playing the original one. The choice is completely yours. With every decision you make, you can shape and influence the story, and your actions and reactions to supernatural events will have a lasting impact on the game's outcome. Your choices have a significant impact on who the protagonist becomes, as well as on your relationships with other characters and the various story options available to you at every turn. Nevertheless, your conversations and dialogue choices also shape everything, and you have the option to forge a deep friendship with an old acquaintance from high school or ignore a lost fisherman in need. The story takes us back 5 years to Edwards Island, where a group of teenagers unintentionally created a portal that caused a tear between realities and timelines. Currently, a secretive cult known as Parentage is attempting to deliberately open another portal with the intention of extracting something unknown. No one knows the identity of these individuals or what their motives are, but that's when your turn comes. You need to communicate with supernatural beings, manipulate the environment, and even travel through time. You must also take on the challenge of exploring, climbing, and rappelling across Ximena's treacherous terrain while taking calculated risks that could save not only the protagonist Riley, but also the future of everyone else.
Time tear, if we're naming this stuff?
Let's just avoid it. This place is dangerous enough. I'm just gonna do what I did last time we fucked with one of these. Panic. Quietly. Don't worry.
I'm not sure if you like these types of games or not, but personally, I don't think I'll be missing this one on July 12th.
Okay, organs intact, skin attached. I'll take it. Wait, hang on. You smell that? I think it's pipe tobacco. Man, that brings me back. Oh, it's been years since I've been around that skunk smell. Still nice.
Where do you think we are? Or when?
Not sure.
I'm still not sure what game you're playing. But I'm back.
One of the most memorable horror games of the last decade is making a comeback with what's expected to be a great ending for the series. If you're a fan of the critically acclaimed franchise Layers of Fear, then you won't want to miss the series' crowning work that will be released soon. This installment will include aspects of Layers of Fear and Layers of Fear 2, along with all the DLCs. With the use of Unreal Engine 5, Layers of Fear has incorporated ray tracing, HDR, and 4K resolution to elevate the stunning visuals and create an immersive and realistic gameplay experience, which is not surprising considering that the previous installments were known for their impressive environments and beautiful settings.
Might as well make some good use of the phone while I'm here.
You will again explore the stories of the painter, the actor, and the writer, but this time they will be connected with each other to form one big mysterious tale that you need to uncover. I personally believe this game will be one of the most interesting and exciting releases of the year for horror fans and even for gamers with all tastes, because Layers of Fear has its own eccentric style of narrative design that makes it feel like a movie that you can control and not just a video game. So you better get yourself ready, guys, because June 15th will be a day to remember, and hopefully we won't be disappointed.
Understand? I'm working in here! I swear if I'm interrupted one more time...
Prepare to embark on a poignant journey through the surreal mind of a troubled individual, with Daydream Forgotten Sorrow, a captivating puzzle platformer that definitely deserves more attention than you think. You will join forces with the young Griffin and his loyal companion Burly the Bear as you navigate obstacles and overcome enemies to guide the protagonist towards inner peace. This game promises to be an unforgettable experience filled with challenges and traps that will test your skills and patience. You will also be transported into an enchanting environment where you'll explore floating castles, craggy caves, fairy tale forests, and rolling plains. This captivating game will introduce you to the transformative power of resilience and the bittersweet beauty of letting go. Even though this title won't probably make us pee our pants from fright and scares, you have to admit that it looks so fun and brings a new style to your gaming table. So you better be ready on June 14th to get your hands on it.
Emily just vanished one day. Most people lost hope. They just stopped looking. But I'm not giving up.
The The Gout game is set in a haunting and somber world, blending elements of fantasy and reality into a surreal landscape where your worst nightmares come to life. You'll need to navigate through the challenges of this malevolent realm, hiding from or confronting the terrifying creatures that roam its twisted paths. You'll experience the gripping storyline of the game as you follow the journey of Sally, a young girl residing in the town of Bethelwood. Despite facing numerous challenges in life, her world is turned upside down when her cousin Emily goes missing. Haunted by bullies, Sally is forced to confront her darkest fears and memories as she navigates through a twisted version of her town in this wicked setting that feels very genuine. Your main mission here is to discover the mystery behind Emily's disappearance on a journey that will immerse you in a world full of creatures. You can choose to face these creatures head-on or hide from them, just like facing or hiding from your fears. To avoid being detected, you can develop strategies such as using sound or visual lures to distract them or even try to attract them away from your location. So just like the previous game, Daydream, this one also seems like an enjoyable experience that takes us away from the usual atmosphere of horror to another dimension that mixes fear and fun in one product. So we better be ready for this on July 8th.
You're just another monster!
Everything I said about Layers of Fear can apply to this one too. One of the most popular and loved franchises in horror gaming is finally making a comeback, and it's obviously getting better than ever because The Bunker will probably be an installment that will bring new players to the franchise. It's an immersive first-person game that takes place in a World War I bunker, where you play as a soldier who will face terrifying creatures as he navigates through the dark corridors with a single bullet left in his gun. You'll need to search for and utilize the tools and weapons at your disposal while keeping the lights on at all times if you want to make it out alive. Controlling your fear and emotions is also essential if you want to stay safe, or to be precise, in one piece. Your challenge will be to confront the overwhelming terrors lurking in the darkness, handle your bizarre old flashlight to survive, and eventually make your way to safety. Nevertheless, the world here is semi-open, so you are free to solve problems your own way because your survival will depend on your ability to investigate and test multiple options. Because as you delve deeper into this dark abyss, you must uncover the fate of other soldiers and officers who vanish without a trace. The bunker is full of secrets that you need to unravel, and you must know every detail of this harsh environment to increase your chances of making it out alive instead of becoming a number on the list of people who could never leave. Based on the stunning visuals and incredible mechanics we saw in the gameplay footage so far, it's really clear to me that this game is a masterpiece that will revive the sleeping horror spirit inside us, because I honestly don't remember a similar big game since Madison. I honestly believe that today's list was as great as it was expected to be. All 7 horror titles mentioned are literally among the games that I personally want to play and enjoy in the next 2 months. Franchises like Layers of Fear and Amnesia obviously can't be missed, but games like Daydream and Oxenfree make me even more excited because they make our gaming options very diverse instead of giving us the same experience in games that look identical. If you think I missed a certain game that deserved to be mentioned, then, as usual, please make sure to mention it in the comments below so all of us can benefit. With that being said, see you in the next video.